really quick tour. It's going to be a really fast one. You guys are limited on your time, but if you have any questions or anything, just ask, and I'm just going to explain a little bit about some of the machines that we have and the type of work that we do. So just kind of follow along. These are some of the milling machines. These are a combination of CNC manual mills, and we use these here whenever it's convenient, but they're easy to operate and quick and fast. So you guys have any questions yet?
What do you use it for?
We cut metal and steel. We build all the projects, or not all, but we build a lot of the projects that you see on these airplanes. The engineers design this stuff, and we have to make it. It's most of the stuff you just can't go buy off the shelf. So we modify a lot of these airplanes you see out here, and also some of the experiments that are flown on there, all the hardware and stuff that they need, we produce that here. So the engineer will design it. A lot of times he just sends it electronically to us, and we have a model on the computer, and we take that model and we write all the tool paths to machine these parts out. So that's how this stuff gets built.
And what is this one called?
This is a mill. It's just a horizontal. Yeah. Well, this is a manual one. You can move it left and right here, but then you can also program it here. It's a combination. But they're really fast and quick, so if we got a quick job, instead of setting one of these big machines up, we'll come over here and use these right here.
So have you ever had to fabricate something, like they get something out on a plane and then they come back in and say, this isn't right, you have to come back in and...
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, the engineers, they're really good, but they can't foresee everything. So there's a lot of times that, oh, we got a bracket here, we have something needs a hole in it, it's too long, too short. We had one instance, we had some people from Japan that had designed something, and somebody translated it from millimeters to inch, and we missed a thing like this. But our drawings were right, but somebody, instead of putting 25.4, put 2 point something, you know, so that happens. And we don't know. We get a part in here, we have no idea sometimes what it's going to go to, what it's going for. We're going to come around over here. This is kind of a unique machine. This is a wire EDM, and EDM is electric discharge machining. It takes this really fine wire right here, very fine, and it puts a high voltage through the wire and actually burns the metal as it goes around. And I have an example over here on this table. I'd like you guys to take a quick look at it. It's obviously not running now, but this was the program right here to come in and cut this funny looking shape you see in blue. This is what the computer model looks like on my computer, and then we have a software package over here called Pro Engineering, and this is the part, a part. And then this is the actual piece that came out of the inside. You guys can look at it. Got this out of the junk pile over there. That's this piece right here. The small piece is very, very hard steel. That's the steel that we use to cut all the other steels with. This thing, it doesn't care how hard the material is. It cut a piece of carbide, anything that'll conduct electricity, this thing will cut it without any problem. So you see the gap in between all of that. That's the width of the wire that goes through there. So anyway, if you want to see, I know it's not anything fancy, but it's something we can gather up pretty quick.
So the engineers kind of draw this up and shoot it off to you guys?
Sometimes, if they send us a drawing, most of us in here are capable of drawing this stuff up on the computer and then writing to a pass. Or sometimes the engineers will send us a program. Sometimes it's a program that's written by a completely foreign software that we don't even know about, and they'll send it to us in a certain file, and we'll convert it over into something that we can understand. So.
And what was the software you used on that?
This is called Pro E, Professional Engineering. It's a PTC product. If you're familiar with them or not, it's a complete package. The engineers do stress analysis. They do like weights and balance with it, and stress, and we make manufacturing off of it, so we do an awful lot of stuff with that one software package. Over here. That's a block of steel.
Similar to like antifreeze or it needs to be overheated.
And it washes the chips away from the cutter, because if they get caught in between, it just dulls it.
The software that we were talking about earlier, it's capable of running all these machines. You can take the same program and run all these here different machines with the same program. So they do a little bit of editing, but not much to go from this machine to these others. Very little. So
And I've heard Ed say before, I know he's telling us the truth, that most of what you do in here, you're building one time. It's a one-of-a-kind
One-offs.
piece that you're building for a project, and if they ask you to build more than one, you're surprised.
yeah, it's very rare that we get a job in here that we're going to make 10 of something. Matter of fact, even this job that Rick's squaring the stuff up, there's 4 different parts. They look very similar, but they've changed the angle of this on each and every one of them. So we do, you're right, we get a lot of setting up and tearing down, a lot of programming, where a lot of shops, they make money by making 1,000 of them. That's how they make their money. So. You guys have any other questions?
Are you guys all engineers by trade?
No. Engineering technicians, so we're a little bit lower. We don't have the college education that most of them.
You're not lower, you're just different.
Yeah. No, some guys here have college degrees, but some don't. So anyway, yeah, not lower. You're right.
Because this is pretty important stuff.
Yeah. Without what you do, I mean, there's nothing impossible. The one thing that we have here that they don't have is most of our engineers are fairly young and they don't have a lot of experience. And most of the guys in here have been doing this for probably 20 years or more. So we've seen a lot of stuff going through, and a lot of times they're right out of college and they're not sure how to manufacture stuff, so they do spend a lot of time down here. How can we do this? Or is this better? Is this worse? And even this job right here is an example of some stuff that we collaborated with and figured out how to make it better and faster and try to get it out the door a little bit quicker. So I think that's it. You guys have any other questions?
Have you worked on anything that we know about? Like shuttle or...
Yeah, we have some alien spacecraft, but I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything about those.
Press for time.
My only thing I know about is I worked on something that was really big, covered with a big towel. I couldn't see any of it. It was big and white. I couldn't sell that on eBay for anything. So nobody wanted that information. So we're going back out this way.
Yeah, we're going.
All right. Well, it was nice seeing you guys, and I hope you enjoy your time here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.